Hi everybody. My name is Jenny Boyer and I would love to talk to you guys tonight a little bit about my journey with RF. First of all, I'm a level 5 consultant out of Oklahoma City. I am currently sitting in the bedroom of my little brother in Sheridan, Wyoming. I'm recording this video for you guys because typically I would go live, but tonight at the exact same time, I happen to be giving a live presentation here in Sheridan, Wyoming, which is kind of a bonus because I'm on the road and I get to stop and visit my brother for a few days, and there happens to be a team of people here in Wyoming that I get to go and talk to about this business. Which if you would have talked to me 22 months ago, I would have laughed at you and told you I never get to see my brother. I get to see him about once a year, maybe. There's just not a chance I could ever run a business from my phone. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm not just a stay-at-home mom, but I've been a stay-at-home mom for, at that point in time, it was February of 2016. I had been a stay-at-home mom for, our oldest was 4 at that point. And we had a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old. I did a lot of repeating myself, talking to people who didn't really listen to me very much. I was maybe a little bit lonely, not because I didn't have everything I ever wanted, but because little people don't really, intellectually conversate with you. So that's kind of where my journey began with Rodan & Fields. My sister-in-law, who is a physician's assistant, was pregnant with her 5th little girl at the time, decided that she was going to start Rodan & Fields a little more than a month before I started. And she said, "Do you want to do this with me?" And at that time, like I said, we had a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old. I had been a stay-at-home mom for about 4 years. Before being a stay-at-home mom, I was a nurse and I was an exercise physiologist. So being a stay-at-home mom came at the expense of still paying for all those college loans, but not earning any money from it. My husband was a very hard worker, and he enabled me to be able to stay at home with our kids. We were living paycheck to paycheck, and we didn't really know what was going to change, but we knew something had to. I was kind of looking at maybe going and working at Starbucks, because Starbucks had great part-time benefits, and they also had a pretty good hourly wage, and there was a 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. shift, so I wasn't going to have to miss any of that, that time that I wanted with our babies. That was kind of the whole reason that I was at home. I was not willing to give up the time with them when they were little to work and make a little bit of extra money. So I was going to work at Starbucks from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. and my sister-in-law said to me, "Hey, do you maybe want to do this Rodan & Fields thing with me?" I don't really know much about it. I just started about 5 weeks ago, but I think I made a mortgage payment with my first commission check, and that stopped me dead in my tracks because I was like, "Really? Yes, please," because we have $40 in our checking account right now. So, I would love an opportunity to make money from my phone. And at that time, I knew she was making money from her phone because she was working as a physician's assistant. She had 4 little girls. She was pregnant with her 5th. She didn't have a whole lot of extra time, but she seemed to be doing okay in this business that she had just started 6 weeks before me. So, of course, that was intriguing to me. Not to mention the fact that at that point in time, from here down, my face was ridden with acne, and it had been for several years. I had acne start around the time that I was 20. At that time, I was 33, and so for 13 years, I had struggled with acne, $8,000 worth of dermatological care and treatments that never worked, never gave me a money-back guarantee, and certainly didn't offer me an opportunity to not only fix my face, but make money from my phone. So really, that's where I started. On February 15th, 2016, I jumped in to Rodan & Fields, a very own business of my own as a stay-at-home mom. I really didn't know what I was going to do because neither of my degrees were in sales, and I certainly didn't know anything about running a business. But I really just jumped in and never looked back. At about 10 months into the company, which would have been last December, is when it was more than just a little bit life-changing. At 10 months into this company, I actually matched my husband's salary that month as a veterinarian. And we both looked at each other and we thought, gosh, if we can do this in 10 months, what would it be like to do this for the rest of our lives and work really hard doing it. So in the year of 2017, we not only not only matched his income, but I doubled it, and we're close to tripling it now. We are driving a free Lexus from the company, and I have a team of women who have joined arms with me all across the country. Me, just a stay-at-home mom who happens to be on Facebook and talk to people. And I'm not out in the workforce every day. I don't have that added bonus of seeing people that I interact with on a daily basis. I don't know that I had left my house for about 4 weeks the first time that I started the business, because I was a stay-at-home mom, but it was an opportunity to make a real income from my phone because of the products and the company. So the company, one of the things that was really intriguing to me was that the company had been outlined in Forbes and Yahoo Finance and Money Magazine. They don't just go around, and I think Harvard Business Review as well. They don't just go around doing articles on random companies. They have to be, have a little bit of merit to what's going on within that company. Not only that, but the products were clinically proven and tested. So having been a nurse in one of my previous 2 careers, I knew that clinical trials and tests, there's a lot that goes into those, and to have those backing up these products was a really big deal. But they didn't just back these products up, they actually came with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So even if they happen to not work, and I'm not really sure how that could happen, but you just go ahead and send them back, and the company wants you to have a positive experience either way. So I thought this is a no-fail situation for me here. I'm offering something that people want anyway, right? We want to make our face look better, whether we have acne or sensitive skin or dark spots or freckles. I'm a redhead, I have freckles, I had the acne. Even if none of those are your concern, you definitely are aging every single day, and not everybody wants to do that. In fact, in the last recession, anti-age and beauty grew by 30%. So when everybody stopped spending money on everything else, the anti-age industry grew. The doctors who created these products put them in the hands of people like me and possibly you to leverage from our homes because they realized the power of word of mouth. They know that my friend hearing from me that these products work and that they're awesome holds much more weight than someone on TV saying, well, these products really are good, you should buy them because I'm promoting them. So that's what we do in a nutshell. It's been pretty amazing for me. I've gotten to see my family more. I'm originally from South Dakota. Right now I'm sitting in Wyoming, and the day after tomorrow I'm going to go over to South Dakota and see my mom and sister. I've gotten to see them more in the last 2 years than probably the 3 years combined before that. It's opened up opportunities for me to travel with my friends. I get to do this with a couple of my friends who are geographically separated by not just states, but countries. One of my best friends in the whole world lives in Germany, and she just joined the team, and soon we'll be traveling together too. I get to do this with my sister-in-law and another one of my sister-in-laws, and all 3 of us get to go on a cruise in, I think like a month from today, and it's all paid for. And this is all stuff that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wouldn't have gotten to do before. So it's been pretty life-changing in the sense that I don't have any acne anymore. That's a bonus. So even if it was just going to clear up my acne, that would have been a win. But it's completely transformed our financial situation, and now it's enabling us to do things that we never would have dreamed possible. There's just not a chance I would have ever driven a Lexus. I always bought used cars. We always bought used cars. Certainly wouldn't be spending a week on a princess cruise to Turks and Caicos in the Dominican Republic. And from the company, my husband and I just were awarded an all-expense-paid trip to the Ritz-Carlton in Cancun, which is way too fancy for us. But it's paid for, so we're certainly not going to turn it down either. So if you are thinking about doing this, I would tell you jump in and never look back, because whether you have a professional degree or a bachelor's degree, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or you've just graduated high school and you're going to start college, don't get those student loans. They're hard to pay back. This is an opportunity for everybody. I have women on my team that span from the West Coast all the way to Australia, and from Canada all the way down to the very, very bottom of the United States, ranging from Florida to Texas. And We range in age from, I think, 19 is the youngest and 67 is the oldest. So this is for everybody. And it's really fun. And you get to do things that you never dreamed possible, all because the doctors who created Proactive decided to create a skincare line and hand it to people like you and me to leverage a business from our phones. So have a good night. And the 3 people after me are phenomenal. They're amazing friends of mine, but I wouldn't have known them at all had it not been for Rodan and Fields, which is another awesome thing about this business. Have a good night, guys.